This video will explain how to make a quick release or quick deploy paracord bracelet for Operation Gratitude. First, you'll need paracord. If you're cutting your own cord, you need to cut it to 7.5 feet and make sure you seal the ends to prevent fraying. You can do this by using a lighter to heat the end until it begins to melt and then squeeze it with a pair of pliers to keep the inner strands from coming out. You'll also need a ruler, a quick deploy jig printed from operationgratitude.com, and a flat object for rolling out your bracelet. Let's begin by making the stop knot that will be the knot used to keep the bracelet on. Use your right hand to pick up the cord approximately 3 inches from the end. You can use your ruler to measure if you need to. Take the short end and twist it clockwise and place it in front of the longer end of the cord to create a loop. It'll kind of look like a memory ribbon at this point. The short tail should be about the length from your fingertip to the first crease in your knuckle. Now take the loop and transfer it into your left hand. Take the cord at the base of that loop and place it through the larger loop. With your right hand, grab onto the small loop that was just created, and then grab onto the tail with your left hand and gently pull these in opposite directions. The short tail should be about 1.5 to 2 inches long now, which is about the size of your fingertip to your second knuckle. Then take the short tail and insert it from the back of the loop towards the front and gently tighten the knot. After tightening your knot, make sure that the tail is still 1.5 to 2 inches long from the tip of your finger to about the second knuckle. On the left side of your paper jig, there are 2 black dots side by side, with a gray circle to the left of those dots. Place the knot on the gray circle and hold it in place with your left hand. With your right hand, take the long string to the black dot located on the right side of the paper jig. Pinch the cord with your right index finger and thumb at this point. Then pick up the cord with your right hand and bring the long cord down to the knot. Now you can flip or transfer the cord to where the knot is in your right hand and take the long cord and turn it at the base of the knot. The loop should not go past the knot at this point. Your left hand should be holding the knot and the loop, and you use your right hand to hold the loop and the long cord. Place the long cord over the loop, then pinch it with your right index finger and thumb. Let go of the knot and loop with your left hand. Take your left hand and pinch the loop and long cord 1 inch away from the end where your right hand is. You'll need to wrap the long cord counterclockwise. As the long cord is facing you, it will be pulled down and around the back side of your bracelet. The first 4 wraps should be very tight. This will make sure that the bracelet does not slip off the end of your loop as you make it. Use the bottom 3 fingers on your right hand to create tension with the long end of the rope while you twist the rest of the paracord to create the first 4 turns. If you lose the loop while you're making your bracelet, you'll have to start over. Now that the wraps are securely in place your left index finger on top of the wrapped cord and use your thumb and middle finger to hold the long cord in place, resting the bracelet between your 3 fingers. Use your ring finger and pinky to hold the loose ends out of your way while you're twisting. The end with the loop and the knot on it that's in your left hand should be guided with slight pressure to make sure that each turn is pulled tight and it's not loose. Use your right hand to turn the bracelet, kind of like a screwdriver. Begin to turn. Your hands will remain close to each other as you turn. Note that there's no pressure needed to turn your bracelet. You can use your left hand fingers to gently guide your bracelet and keep it in place, but no pressure is needed. Actually, if you're grabbing your bracelet tight, this will loosen the bracelet as you turn and it'll need to be adjusted in the end. Continue to twist your bracelet until you are just below the knot. Once you reach close to the top of the loop below the knot, you might have some extra cord. All you need to do to make this fit into your bracelet is hold the ends tightly to make sure that you can adjust the bracelet without losing your loop, and then you can start at 2 inches from the bottom of the bracelet where your 4 tight wraps were located and pull down on the wraps and keep moving up 2 inches at a time to pull these down. But make sure you hold on to the knot and the inner loop at the top so that they don't get pulled down in the rest of your bracelet. Continue to do this until you've reached the top and created extra space that you can then use to continue wrapping your bracelet. If you still have extra cord when you get back to the top of the loop again, repeat that step by pushing down the cord to ensure that all of the cord that you're working with fits into your bracelet. Once you reach the top of the loop and you only have about 1/2 of an inch of the cord left, you take that cord around the knot and insert the end of it through the back side of the loop. Gently pull the cord until it's just past the loop so that it stays in place. Now you can lock the end in place by pushing the top 3 wraps closest to that loop up. Gently pull the rest of the wraps up to fill in the bracelet and help even it out. The loop at the end will need to be big enough to fit over the knot. If your bracelet is lumpy, you can use your flat object or your hands to roll it out on a flat surface. Just lay it out on the table and use the object over it like you would to roll out Play-Doh, and it'll help even out the wraps and make your bracelet smooth. Finally, you take the tail of the bracelet and place it through the end loop, over the knot. The loop will rest on the cord between the knot and the locked end. Once it's in place, gently push the 4 tight wraps on the end near the loop towards the knot to close any gaps. And if needed, you can pull the rest of the bracelet into place to fill in any of the other gaps. Now your bracelet is complete.